you know how great it feels when your favorite restaurant gets an award? Well, right now, you can actually help make that happen. It is the Oregon Wine A-List Restaurant Awards, and you only have until the end of the month to make your nomination. So here to tell us all about it is Jason French, chef and owner at Ned Food, and also Sally Murdoch, communications manager of Oregon Wine Board. So Jason, Ned Food, you guys have made the list twice, 2016, 2017. How does that feel?
It feels great. I love getting A's.
Yes.
And it feels great to be part of the Oregon wine community. For Ned Food has always been really representative of the farm community, and for the wine list, we want to represent the breadth and the bounty of what Oregon wine has to offer. And so when the Oregon Wine Board presented these awards, I think we were surprised the first year we got it, and then thrilled to have it 2 years in a row, and here's going for year 3. So
right, I was gonna say, do you have any sense of how that's going for year 3 for the 2018 list?
Well, our list is pretty Oregon deep right now. We don't just do Oregon wine. You know, we really represent sort of the global wine market, but for us, the Oregon wine is representative. There's such diversity and such amazing quality, and it just seems to get better every year. It grows so much every year, and it really pairs best with our food. And so that's why today, you know, I wanted to bring some great fall flavors. It's harvest. So many of the wineries right now are hustling. They're bringing in tons and tons of fruit every day. We had a beautiful, long kind of ripening season for harvest this year. And so for this vintage, we just brought some simple fall flavors that we think would pair really well with Pinot Noir.
Excellent. Okay, before we get to the food, it's hard because the food is very distracting. But Sally, what do the awards honor? Because we're talking about food and wine, right?
So the A-List awards are given to restaurants that have a large selection of wines. There's restaurants here in Portland, the Willamette Valley, Oregon, Seattle, Chicago, and even in Stockholm in Japan. So what we look for is people that are dining at restaurants and they happen to see a lot of Oregon wines on the list. They can go on our website at oregonwines.org and drop down on the A-List, and then they can just nominate whoever they think is representing Oregon well. The more people that sample the wines outside of Oregon, the more it helps our state, because Oregon wines bring in about $3.35 billion in statewide impact every year.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So of course, we have some wines here, and Pinot Noir might pair well with what you're making, Jason?
Correct. So ours is simple fall flavors. There's apples, there's squash. This is what's happening in the markets and in the valley right now. So a simple dish of apples and squash and leeks. We forage for some mushrooms, so there's chanterelle mushrooms.
Okay, mushroom foraging is, I need to go mushroom foraging, because every chef we have in here talks about foraging for chanterelles, and it just sounds wonderful.
You go, you walk in the woods, you look around on the ground, you snip, 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 come home. So we went out on Sunday, got about 10 pounds of chanterelles in the Tillamook forest. And so this is just a simple kind of winter stew. So all the vegetables are sauteed separately, and then we kind of put them in just a little casserole pot. I'm just going to serve one up here, just kind of show you guys how we would do it at the restaurant. So simple fall dish, and then I've got, for garnish, you can kind of garnish if you want to actively seek. We've got some briar rose cheese, some fried sage leaves, some hazelnuts. Yeah, just grab it and kind of sprinkle it on. Sea salt if you feel like you need it, and then this is just a little bit of cider jelly, Queener Farms apple cider that we make into a little jelly to kind of drizzle. So Pinot Noir, thinking about some of the fruit flavors. There's some great savory characteristics.
Do I break these up, or do I just put them on?
You can just put them on, make it look, you know, fancy. Chef it up. Chef it up.
That's what we do.
And then, so we feel like, I mean, autumn is just such a great flavor season. So tons of sweet and tons of savory kind of mixed together, heartier dishes. The rains obviously just kind of came back and visited us today.
Oh, yes.
And so for us, these are the kind of dishes that resonate with us, and we try to cook very seasonally and very farm driven. And it just so happens that this pairs really beautifully with a lot of the new release wines that are coming on board.
It looks beautiful. How do I drizzle this? Do I do it with the fork?
There's like a fork. Yeah, you can just kind of pull it, get a feel for it. And
you said cider jelly? Something?
Yeah, like a little like cider jelly. Just apple cider.
Laugh at my chef skills. Okay, this is beautiful and fancy.
You're hired.
Sally, do you get to go around to some of the restaurants and actually see how they're pairing wines? And
I do. And it's interesting to see what pairs with all over the state. We've got wines in the Gorge, we've got wines in the Willamette Valley. Here we've got wines in the Chehalem Mountains, and they all have a different terroir that pairs well with different foods. This is a perfect selection today for winter, oncoming winter. We're not there yet.
And is that a Pinot Noir?
That is a Pinot Noir.
Which one did you pick? Oh, we only have a few seconds left. Very quickly.
This is the Bergstrom Pinot Noir.
Oh, beautiful.
From the Shea Vineyards.
Would look perfectly. Put the food in the front with the wine. Everyone take a nice look at that, and we will see you tomorrow on Live at 7. Have a great night.